Hey coaches, welcome to day 10 of New Coach Training. So today we're going to talk about creating eye-catching graphics. So this is mostly going to pertain to sharing images on social media, and photos and videos. So you want to make sure that your content is that it stands out, that it catches people's attention, right? And so you have about 3 seconds to really catch someone's attention when they're scrolling social media. So, and how you do that is by making sure that your images stand out. So, whether or not with color and those types of things that we're going to get into. So, when you make your images eye catching, you're going to have more of a chance of people stopping on your photo, paying attention, and maybe even engaging with your content. And so your picture quality should express the message that you are trying to get across. And you might have to take several photos, to get the right one, and that's okay. I have to do it often. So sometimes you didn't have the right angle, you didn't have the right lighting, you didn't have the right smile. So just know that you're gonna have to play with it a little bit, and you won't get it right the first time. You may have to take several pictures. But most people are going to use their phones nowadays, and so it's easiest if you have a smartphone. If you can upgrade, if you can. I mean, eventually you can just use what you have, but eventually you may want to, if you're really serious about building a business, it's going to be a business expense, right? So you want to make sure that you have a phone that's going to work for you, in your business. You also want to think about the fact that that a lot of people are going to be looking at these from their phone. So want to think mobile, right? That most people are going to be looking at these photos from their phone. So you want them to be clear. You want the image more or less to be, center, not too busy, and the lighting, and of course if there's a sign in the picture or something, you want it to be legible, that kind of thing. So think mobile. Okay, and the next thing to think about is lighting is key. So you want to think about where you're taking your photos, right? If there's a lot of windows behind you, you're going to have a lot of brightness in the background. It's just going to cloud it out. So it's best if you're taking a selfie, to do it in front of the window, because you get that natural sunlight in your face. Go outside, or play around with lights like lamps and stuff, or just make sure you're not doing it in a dark room. Another thing that you can do too is I rarely ever upload photos that are unedited. So most of the time I'm going to add a filter to it, or if it's a little dark, I'm going to try and add some light to it, and I'll show you some apps that can help you do that too. But another thing to think about too is if your photos are grainy. Some people say that for instance, on my phone here, there is the forward facing camera. So, you can turn it around and face it towards you. Some people say that it seems to be a little bit more grainy that way. Whereas if you do it the outward facing way and you prop your phone up, that way, they'll come out clearer. One of the things, there's a couple things that you can invest in if you want to help yourself take better pictures. You can get a tripod on Amazon. It's like $20. They bend, so you can put them on things. It really helps for taking photos and video, which we'll talk about video here in a second. But one thing that I use on my phone that helps me be able to take photos is the self-timer option in your camera. Most phones have that. If not, you can find an app that has a timer, but it's just, you set the timer and you can prop your phone up and then go get into position and have it take photos of you. So super easy, not complicated. Another thing too, for lighting, if you want, they have a couple options. There's something called a ring light. You can get it on Amazon. It clips onto the back of your phone, and it has some lighting options for you to brighten up selfies. There's another thing called a LumiCase, Lumee. You can find that on Amazon too, and you can put the case on your phone for lighting. So those are just a couple tips on tools that you can invest in if you choose to, because remember, investing in your business is going to be key. If you really, really, really want this to be successful, you may need to invest in some things. Okay, next thing is, pay attention to your, the faces that you make. Maybe do something exciting. You're really trying to get a message across, an excited face, bright colors, add text to your photos, just ways that you can make them stand out but not be too busy, if that makes sense. Also on Instagram, it's really great to have a theme with everything. So a lot of people like to pick a certain color, whether it's black and white, or they just use certain colors to where their photos flow. Kind of like you have a kind of theme on your timeline when you look at it. I still haven't really gotten that down myself, but just something to think about. So now filters and apps. Okay, so I like to use the filters on Instagram are great. So sometimes if I'll just go onto Instagram, upload my photo, and I'll play around with the filters in there and pick which one that brightens it up. Sometimes I want to do it black and white, that kind of thing. Those are great. Okay, one of my favorite apps to really enhance your photos, because I very rarely will, like I said, upload a photo without doing some kind of editing to it. Snapseed is really great. I'll show you how it works. You can enhance like your face, you can brighten it, you can add effects, you can add text, and you can crop it. So I'll kind of show you here, like here's an example of a photo of me. Like I can go to looks and portrait, or here, image, and then like I can play around with like adding different like making my face smoother, brighter, just the different options. Make your eyes pop. Those are great, one of my favorites. And I mean, you can do tune image here. You can go, oh, hold on. Like I can add tune image, I can add brightness, I can make myself look like a Oompa Loompa with too much tan. I can add highlights. It's really great. So I love Snapseed. That's a really great one. And some of my other favorites for adding as far as like text, WordSwag is great, Photofy, somebody's mentioned Fonto. I haven't tried it yet, but that's one. PicMonkey is one that you can use on a computer. And Live Collage, I use that a lot for making collages. Instagram, you can do them too. I just find Live Collage to be better. Like sometimes I'll create the collage with a few photos in there, and then I'll take it to the other, like to Photofy, and use that one for text. So you can use multiple apps for things too. It's really not complicated. You'll get it. You'll figure it out. You'll find what you like the best. And but those are just some options. PicCollage is another good one. Okay, and so now we'll talk about taking video. Another tripod is another really great thing for taking video. I used to, prop my phone up on against a cup or something, so it's just, sometimes you can still do that too, but it's really easy to have something that you can use to hold your phone. So, but you want to make sure you can do it forward facing, outward facing. I find it more clear sometimes too if I can do it the outward facing camera. But again, you prop it up and you press play, and then you go maybe do 5 seconds of a couple different moves. And you do want to make sure that you have your phone horizontal when you're taking video. If you do it this way, that is when you're going to get those weird black lines in the video. I'm sure you've seen people post that with a video, and then there's the black lines. It's because it was filmed this way. So something to be aware of. And then so basically I'll do my video, and then I will carry it over to iMovie, is the app that I love to edit video. It's so simple. It takes a little bit to figure it out, but once you do, you'll be able to edit videos like super quick. And okay, so I'll kind of show you how iMovie works here. So for instance, I can go into iMovie and pick. So you can upload a video. I don't really have an example. Let's see. I just hit movie, and then I'll just pick my different video clips. Like maybe I filmed them separately, or maybe I filmed them in one thing. But I want to go in and edit it because here's just an example. I'll just do this one. So you just select your video, and then you hit create movie, and basically in here you can edit it. You can crop it. You can crop the video. You can do it into little chunks. You can turn off the sound. You can make it go faster, make it go slower. So like say I want to do 3 different moves that I filmed, but I want to speed them up. You just use this little timer option, and you can speed them up. And like split is what helps me put them in different sections. But you'll figure it out. It's kind of hard to explain, but unless you actually do it. But you can always Google it too to help you as well, or ask me if you have questions. I'll be glad to help you, because it took me a little bit to figure it out, but once I did, it's so easy. And then also from there, once you're done with your video, you have the option, you hit done, and you can save it to your camera roll, or you can upload it to YouTube. Super simple. Another thing to keep in mind also, so if you want to upload a video, you want to put a video on Facebook, it's best to upload the video organically. So like to upload it from your camera roll versus sharing like a YouTube link. Links tend to not, Facebook kind of use that as a spammy-ish thing, I guess, and they won't show it to as many people if you just put a link. So you want organically uploaded videos. The same with Instagram, of course. Another thing, one other last tip is I will recommend, because I used to work out, in a baggy t-shirt and baggy sweatpants, and when you're getting into a fitness business, let's just say it's not very cute, in pictures and video. So you want to invest in some workout clothes. You don't need to spend a lot. You can go to Target, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, get stuff on the clearance. Just get yourself some decent workout clothes that you can use, in your pictures and your videos. Okay, so I hope that these tips are helpful for you, and if you have any questions, you're confused on anything you need to follow up about, just let me know. All right, talk to you guys later.